UFC 307, what do you guys think? Can you leave a comment and let me know what you think? For me, I think this is a very good card. Very impressive. Right from the prelims to the main event to the main card, everything is on point, I think. A lot of veterans on this card. I could easily call this card the card of veterans. This card is so good, yeah, that you have the likes of Walkley Buckley taking on Stevie Wonderboy Thompson in the main fight of the prelims. This could easily be a fight night worthy main event. Let's not lie. Guys, Stevie Wonderboy Thompson, this guy, a veteran. Everybody loves a bit of Stevie Wonderboy Thompson. This guy looks as if he's in his late 20s and the guy is in his 40s. Like, obviously looking after himself. The guy knows how to bring it. You guys remember when he was fighting Tyron Woodley for the title? He never won the belt, but the guy always brings it. That was a good rivalry them days against Tyron Woodley. And he's also given us a couple of very, very good fights. This guy is obviously has one leg out the door, and you have an hungry lion like Walkley Buckley coming to take his neck off. Who do I think is going to win this fight? I'm going to have to give it to Walkley Buckley. It's a tough decision for me because Stevie Wonderboy Thompson could also win this fight, but I just think this is the time for Walkley Buckley. The guy has been on a roll, he's been on a tear, the guy is getting better, and I think he's just going to get it done. He wants to move up in the ladder, and this is his big opportunity to get it done. I'm sure he's straining his ass off, and no matter what Stevie Wonderboy says, his body is not able to train the way he was training them days. Walkley Buckley can train as much as he wants. The guy is young, healthy, fit, strong, and I think he might just get this done. It's going to be a tough fight because you know the way Stevie Wonderboy fights. The guy likes to keep his distance, the karate stance, use his leg kicks, go around the gaff, don't let you get to him. Walkley Buckley is going to have to close that distance, probably take some takedowns if he has the opportunity to. So that is for the prelims, yeah, but there's also other good fights on the prelims. I'll be watching every single thing, both from the early prelims and the prelims. So let's talk about the main card. Let me tell you guys the fights that is happening in the main card, guys. So the very first fight of the main card, you have Roman Dolidze taking on Kevin Holland. Ketlen Vera taking on Kayla Harrison. Jose Aldo taking on Mario Batista. Raquel Pennington taking on Juliana Pena. And then for the main event, Alex Pereira taking on Khalil Rountree. Where do I even start from, guys? I'm going to start with the first fight of the main card. I'll give you my picks and then work my way up to the main event. You're talking about these two guys, Roman Dolidze, right, on one side. Then you're talking about Kevin Holland on the other side, another veteran, Kevin Holland. This card is full of veterans. Kevin Holland is one of those guys you don't know what he's going to bring on that night, but if he's on point, he always gets it done. Very exciting, entertaining. Kevin Holland is another fan favorite for sure. The guy has a good ground game. Very dangerous on the floor. Can submit you. Tall and lanky. But one thing about Roman Dolidze, I have to say, his last fight against Anthony Smith was a short notice fight. And guys, he got it done. He won by decision. This guy is very aggressive. He knows exactly what he needs to do to win. He's hungry. And frankly, he's kind of well-rounded everywhere. Of course, he's not like your John Jones and all of them yet. Anyways, he's not like those guys. But he's well-rounded enough to cause trouble on a given night. And he can give Kevin Holland big, big trouble, if I'm not going to lie. Who am I going to pick for this fight? I'm going to have to pick my guy, Kevin Holland. I know he's a bit unstable. Sometimes he wins, sometimes he doesn't win. But I have that feeling Kevin Holland might just get it done on this night. We shall see. But my pick is Kevin Holland. So the next fight that I would like to talk about in the main card is Ketlen Vera taking on Kayla Harrison. Guys, Kayla Harrison is one of my favorite fighters, male or female, full stop. That woman is aggressive. She's unbelievable. Her ground game is good. I like the mentality. Olympic medalist, gold medalist, about that. What can you really say? Like, Kayla Harrison, I am pumped to see her fight every day of the week. I'm going to pay to watch her fight any day of the week. She's going to run through that division like a train wreck, I think. The only person defeating Kayla Harrison is Kayla Harrison herself. My pick is Kayla Harrison. Guys, I tell you one thing, if she wins this fight, and when she wins this fight, she's going to be getting a bantamweight shot next. That fight is also happening that same night. It's the co-main event, guys, between Raquel Pennington and Juliana Pena. I'm going to talk about that fight altogether now, actually. Guys, Juliana Pena, Raquel Pennington, I think they're 50-50. I don't know who is going to win that fight. Juliana Pena is a good trash talker. She makes it quite interesting. She's very confident in her abilities. Raquel Pennington is a veteran as well. She's been there for a while. I don't know who is going to win that fight. I'm going to have to be said, I'm kind of on the edge of that fight. But if I have to pick someone, I think I'm going to have to pick the current champion, Raquel Pennington. I think she's getting better. I think she might be very well prepared for this fight. Although Juliana Pena is a very, very tough woman. She doesn't give up. She's one of those fighters that you have to take her out before you actually win the fight. So it's going to be a very interesting fight. This is a hard one for me to pick, if I'm being honest. I could easily have picked Juliana Pena because of the trash talk, but it's not about the trash talk. When you get into that octagon, it's a different ball game. Raquel Pennington is not going to give up neither. She's a tough SOB as well. Let's not lie about it. So it's a very interesting fight. I'm just going to have to go for Raquel Pennington. I think she's going to get it done. And this brings me back to Kayla Harrison. She's going to be calling for the winner of this co-main event. She's going to be there. She's going to have an easy night, and she's going to be there in the crowd and be like, come on, I am going to take the belt next. And I think she's going to take it. The only thing about Kayla Harrison that I keep saying, though, is the cardio. How good is her cardio? If she meets someone like Pena, for example, Pena is going to push her to the limit. Pena is not going to go anywhere. But then again, can Pena take her aggressiveness? Can she take her wrestling? Can she take the shot? Will she be strong enough to even stand beside Kayla Harrison? Because she caught a lot of weight. She does cut a lot of weight. She is strong. That could either work to your advantage or disadvantage. But I think if you cut it well right, you start from a very long time, start cutting the weight, eat right, which that's what she's doing according to her interviews. I don't think she will have any problems. Anyways, that is what I think, and I can't wait for Kayla Harrison. I can't wait to see what happens, and I can't wait for her to get that belt. And hopefully Amanda Nunes comes back. That is also one of my favorite fighters of all time, and that's going to be some fight. Imagine it, Amanda Nunes, Kayla Harrison coming back for one fight. That would be some watch, I'm telling you. That has to be the main event of any pay-per-view. Anyways, enough about that. Another fight that I have no choice, I need to talk about it before I talk about the main event, is Jose Aldo taking on Mario Batista. You guys know Jose Aldo. This guy has been around forever. How many years is this guy fighting now? Probably like 50 years or something. When Conor first came into the scene, yeah? This is how long this guy has been fighting. When Conor fought Jose Aldo, when he came into the scene, Jose Aldo was defending his belt for 10 years. And Conor is almost really retired now, and Jose Aldo is still fighting. That is how accomplished and how amazing this guy is. This guy is a legend, a Hall of Famer. Jose Aldo is just one of the best fighters on the planet. He is built for fighting. One of the guys that is just 100% built for fighting. His body is made for fighting. Everything is built for fighting. Fair play to the guy. He was in the featherweight when he was younger. Now that he's older, he's gone down weight. Are you not supposed to be going up weight? That's to show you how special this guy is. And the guy is still fighting. And he's still in the top, guys. It's not like he's fighting bombs. The guy is fighting the top guys. He's fighting an animal. A young fella. Mario Batista, this guy is dangerous everywhere. Like, this is not going to be an easy fight for Jose Aldo, and he still took the fight. I don't know how he does it, but fair play to him. I'm always going to watch Jose Aldo whenever he fights. Who am I going to pick for this fight? This is a very tough one. This is a very tough one because Jose Aldo could win the fight. He could win the fight. My picks go to Jose Aldo. I'll just pick Jose Aldo. I think he still has one or two big fights in him, fighting all these young fellas. The young fellas that think they can beat him up, keep beating them up. I think he can do this maybe 2 or 3 more times because of his style of fighting. It's very hard to take him down. He makes you stand with him. And if you stand with Jose Aldo, 90% of the time he wins the fight. So I think he's going to try and keep this fight standing and win the fight. And it's probably going to be a stretched out 3-round fight. But I think Jose Aldo might just do it. So my pick for this fight is Jose Aldo. So this brings me to the main event again, guys. Alex Pereira Poulton taking on Khalil Rountree. When this fight was first announced, It was a mixed feeling. Like, I didn't know whether I liked the fight or I didn't. But one of the reasons why I didn't really like the fight at the beginning was because I thought Ankalaev was going to get it. Ankalaev well deserves it. But let me tell you something. This is a business as well. You're going to have to sell yourself, I guess. This is how it works these days anyways. But when it comes to ranking and who deserves it more, it was Ankalaev that was supposed to be fighting Pereira. But let's forget about that. Whatever, Ankalaev is going to be fighting someone else. And now we have the main event. Let's talk about the main event, what we have on our hands. We have Alex Pereira, right? Taking on Khalil Rountree. Khalil Rountree is a very likable guy, I'm not going to lie. I've been watching his interviews lately. Pure calm. He's a stand-up fighter. Apparently, he's never tried a takedown once in the UFC since when he started. And he's a veteran. Like, he's also a veteran. I don't know how. He's basically a Muay Thai fighter. A Muay Thai fighter fighting another Muay Thai fighter. This is going to be a very interesting fight. This is going to be an amazing fight, I think. Like, most people are picking Alex Pereira. They're sleeping on Rountree. But I'm not sleeping on Rountree at all. I think this is probably a 50-50 fight in my opinion. Because both guys are stand-up fighters. And we don't really know how good Rountree is these days. The guy is after sharpening up his skills. I think he's very good. I think he's better than what we think. He is better than what we think. Like, it's very easy to pick Alex Pereira. He's been winning and winning. Obviously, Alex Pereira is Alex Pereira. One of the best stand-up fighters. One of the best fighters on the planet. Full stop. But I think there might be an upset. I really have that feeling about an upset. Not because I don't like Alex Pereira or I don't think Alex Pereira can win it. Alex Pereira can, but I think Khalil Rountree. This reminds me of the Belal Muhammad, when Belal Muhammad got the opportunity, when I kept saying Belal Muhammad was going to win because of their hunger, and there was just something about it. I have that same feeling about Khalil Rountree for some weird reason. I think Khalil Rountree is going to go in there with no fear of getting knocked out, and clips Alex Pereira. And you guys know Alex Pereira got clipped before. He's gotten clipped. Israel clipped him, like, you know. Israel did clip him, guys. And Israel is not your, like, knockout artist or anything like that. But Khalil Rountree is. I think if Khalil Rountree is smart, I don't think the two boys are going to back down. That is the thing. It's about whoever hits the other person first. And if Khalil Rountree lands on Alex Pereira clean, he could win. But then again, I have to say, that was in the middleweight when Israel knocked him out. That was in the middleweight. This is a more suitable weight for Alex Pereira. This is the light heavyweight. You know, he can take more punches and stuff. Blah, blah. I know, I understand. But I'm just saying, I have that feeling Khalil Rountree is going to get this done. I really do. And this fight is not going to go past 3 rounds, never mind 5 rounds, guys. Not going to go past 3 rounds. This fight will be done and dusted in the first 2 rounds. Whoever wins this fight will be done and dusted. But I'm going to have to pick Khalil Rountree. Just I have that tingly feeling in my head. It's going to be a very interesting fight. And I'm actually more pumped for the main event than I was when it first announced. Interesting stuff. I can't wait. Gonna be a good weekend of fights again. The UFC keep bringing it all the time. Never a dull moment in the UFC. And guys, feel free to let me know what you think about your picks. Leave a comment, subscribe, give me a like, and I'm gonna see you guys soon at the next video. Take care.